Zack Palansky continues to put himself out there. He's going on Have I Got News for You on the 5th of December. He was on The Last Leg. He's done Piers Morgan, Laura Koonsberg, although she was a bit scared to interview her. Bless her. Anyway, he is bringing main character energy, aura. He's charismatic, funny, and ultimately likable. He's very popular with the younger people. 18% in a recent poll. That's only going to get bigger as he gets more exposure. He is incredibly likable. He's so sweet. And let's get into the clip from The Last Leg because he's bringing that energy. And that's what we need now more than ever.
Jacob said, with Labor reform and the Tories all attacking disabled people, how would the Greens do disability differently?
Nothing about us without us. We need to make sure that disabled people are at the centre of policy around disabled people. Actually, if we create better housing, if we make sure our transport is more accessible, that's good for everyone, especially disabled people.
Who would you...
I mean, perfect answer. When do you hear politicians talk about disabled people and their needs and how that actually impacts broader society? Good public transport for everybody. That's why Zach is so good. He talks about all these issues, trans rights, climate change, inequality, and he talks about it in a way that's interconnected. He's really good at communicating how all these things come back to inequality. And that's what we need, that story of like, actually, it's the wealthy that need to pay because we're all impacted by this. Disabled people, trans people, white men, young men who are struggling. It's so effective.
cast to play climate change in a movie?
Nigel Farage, he's full of hot air anyway.
Horatio said, why is the Green Party so firmly against nuclear energy?
Because Sizewell C has taken like 27 years to build. It's like creating a fax machine right now. We need to invest in renewable wind and solar.
Many young people feel disconnected from politics.
Such a great answer. And nuclear is complicated. There's a debate. I mean, I broadly agree with Zach because we just need to just pump a shit ton of money into solar. We do. It's cheap. We can build it quick. And that's what we need to do. Acting now. And because people need their bills to go down. And if it takes 30 years to build a nuclear, I think we should do both. But I think it's a pragmatic. He's very pragmatic. And we just need to do it. A shit ton of solar.
What do you think are the best ways to get them more involved and have their voices heard?
Yeah, stop saying we're inspired by young people. Let's actually help them to get into positions of power.
Nice.
We need to invest in young people, give them the resources, the confidence and the skills to actually represent themselves.
Great. Josh.
Again, when do politicians talk about young people? When does Farage talk about young people? Keir Starmer, Kemi Badenoch, they don't talk about... It's almost like our politics now doesn't even talk about helping people. It's just attacking immigrants. Like, where is the hopeful stories? All we hear is like, oh, illegal alien. It's Trump, illegal aliens. Farage, immigration is the, the worst thing since sliced bread. And it's cutting through. People are like, what? What? Politicians are meant to help young people? Really? Interesting. What a novelty.
Do you think you'd be better as a traitor or a faithful?
Claudia Winkleman. I like it when she just shouts at people.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Alan killed Paloma.
Kai said, could you clarify?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what the trailer is. I've seen it, but I hate the BBC, so anything they do is shit, in my opinion.
Why? Because some are confused what the Green Party's stance is on NATO.
Yeah, Donald Trump is an unreliable ally. He's someone who wants to annex Greenland.
Yeah.
I want to look at peace and diplomacy. Working with our European neighbours, that's very threatening.
Grace.
Have you ever sacked off a paper straw for a plastic straw? Be honest.
No.
Marty said, do penguins have knees?
The penguins have knees.
Yeah.
If they choose to, however they self-identify.
I love that answer. Some woke-skulled purity testing people were not like that. But Zach is funny. And it's clear where he stands on trans rights. He's a massive ally. He talks about it a lot. And he is obviously someone who's not going to throw trans people under the bus, which a lot of people do want to on the left, which is very sad. He brings the energy we need. And also going for the normies. That's what I mean. I assume that that audience is fairly political. They're probably fairly left wing, woke, whatever. But bringing people over because he does talk about policies. That's all he talks about. He's not, although he will attack Farage, and he does really effectively, like undermine him through jokes, full of hot air. And that is effective. Mamdani's great at that too. Like he focuses on policy, positivity, but also he's really good at attacking Trump's authoritarianism. And he doesn't use the word fascism as well. I don't think I've heard Mamdani use the word fascism, which I think is clever. Zack has used it, which I'm fine with because he is factually correct. But maybe he could use authoritarianism and far right just to bring people over. I think he should attempt to maybe, because I think he does. He has said reform voters aren't necessarily racist, which is true. And I think he should extend an olive branch as much as possible. I think that'd be really powerful for him. Obviously, you can't be all things to all people. He will stand his ground on immigration, which he should, because it's clear the evidence is in immigration is a net positive. That's why they kind of have to fearmonger about illegal, crazy, violent refugees, because they don't have the evidence, the economic. Yeah, it's just fearmongering. So he is clearly cutting through. And we need to continue this main character energy because Trump has it, Farage has it, Mamdani has it. And there's a risk that with Trump and Farage, Trump is MAGA in the same way Farage is reform. And we can't make that mistake. We can't put all our eggs in one basket. But at the moment, we need that energy. We need a clear vision. And the vision is clear. Zack is the mechanism of delivery. What does Trump have? What does Trump stand for? Consolidating wealth. The same for Farage. Anyone can do that. Anyone can kind of like, with charisma, it's a clear establishment capital reinforcer. It's clear that Zack represents completely the opposite of that. And he has his own opinions, a lot that I agree with, some things I don't necessarily agree with. But that's what we need to maintain right now. It's all about that energy. And it's a lot of burden for Zack in a way because it's exhausting to do these appearances. He is putting a lot of energy, time, and himself into it. That's why we need to have his back. We need to have his back. We need to be sharing posts. We need to help Green Party get their message out because that's the world we live in now. It's all about messaging. So join the Green Party if you haven't already. Join the membership to help this channel grow. 99 pence a month. Like the video if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, dislike the video because all engagement is good. And I'll see you in the next video.